Hi, I'm Sydney, and today I'll be talking to you about conspiracy theories. First off, what is a conspiracy theory? According to dictionary.com, a conspiracy theory is an explanation for an event or a situation that invokes a conspiracy by sinister and powerful actors, often political in motivation when other explanations are more probable. Ever since conspiracy theories surfaced, the people who believed in them get disregarded, labeled as crazy. And when you think of them, you think of tinfoil hats, and this is not always true. There are many famous conspiracy theories out there that have not been proven false or have the proper facts to back them up, such as Bush did 9/11, the moon landing was staged, Tupac is still alive and in hiding, and that most recently China created COVID-19 for bioterrorism. According to Time magazine, it is estimated that about half of the American population believes in some kind of conspiracy theory. During my time researching this, I was very close-minded, thinking, oh, this is crazy, like no one actually believes in these. Turns out they do. So there are many truths behind some of these theories, and by the end of my speech, I will hopefully persuade you to keep an open mind the next time you're talking to somebody about conspiracy theories. So let's start off with some theories that turned out to be true. The national security compromises that turned out to be true from an online article by Business Insider. In the 1950s, the CIA recruited journalists to spread propaganda through the news. This was called Operation Mockingbird, and it continued for 3 decades. President Johnson reported 2 enemy ships were sunk in a hostile, unprovoked attack from North Vietnam. Theorists thought this was a false flag, but they were correct according to declassified NSA reports. Now, the medical industry has its own set of conspiracy theories according to Healthy.com. There were theories that football can cause brain injuries, and in 2002, a forensic pathologist linked a former NFL player to having playing-related brain injuries. It took the NFL 7 years to admit that this was true. There are also some harmful theories that are untrue. For example, vaccines cause autism. Since this surfaced, it has taken dozens of researchers to discredit that link. And in 1970, a doctor claimed a virus caused cervical cancer. He was mocked, but in 2008, he was given a Nobel Peace Prize for his research. Now, when you hear a wild conspiracy theory, you wonder what the motivation behind it might have been. Now, the downside with dealing with anything in the world is that there is always a biased opinion. The best thing about conspiracy theories is that there are no biased opinions because they are made to uncover things, and their one goal is to find the truth. So far through my speech, I have told you about some of the many conspiracy theories that are said to be real and how they have been proven true. So far we know that some of these crazy conspiracy theories may be true, but how are we sure that they're true? So conspiracy theories are always backed up with some sort of facts, and that's how they get people to start believing them in the first place, which then they go farther into researching about them to find out the past about them. So in the 1950s to the 1970s, there was a crazy plan that the government was using mind control and handing out drugs. This, in fact, it turned out to be true. According to History.com, this operation was called MK Ultra. During the Cold War, they planned on controlling human behavior using drugs and other psychological manipulators against the Soviets. The Battle of Tonkin was faked to provoke support in the Vietnam War, and it wasn't until declassified intelligence reports were leaked that this theory was supported. Okay, so in conclusion, conspiracy theories should not be discredited just straight out of the gate. They have have a very large audience and they hold a huge amount of power behind them. When doing the proper research, you can find the history behind it and why it is considered to be true. They aren't biased and they get backed up with quite a few facts, which you can also check those out. So, yeah.